Hey guys, welcome back. In this video we're going to add this so-called long-fabled organic element. I know which one I'm going to use because it's probably one of my favourite sampled instruments of all time. I've used it a lot, so I'm going to use it again. So let's have a look. Okay, so I did tidy up this little arrangement a little bit, and I've created another string section which is almost like an introduction to the string section. So it starts here. It's just this. So this is the little section that we already had. So these sections here, these string sections, or this one in particular, I've just played it in live because it's I don't know, I just probably get a better result doing it that way. And I've done the same thing with, now before this I would have done a video about key switching, so I didn't have to go through key switching here, because the reason I did it is I played with this little melody, this new organic part. I played with the melody for 15 minutes, just looping it over and playing it in, looping it over, playing it in, seeing what I came up with, and this was like the final result of it. And then it took me about another 10 minutes to get the key switching right. So it's not really something I can sit there and show you with any kind of interest, because I'm just kind of mouth breathing, fiddling with things. So I eventually came up with this melody here, which you can see it's not quantized. It is played in live, just to get a better kind of feel for timing. I mean, you can see these little sections here, which are all off, but that being off is fine. It doesn't matter in this case. So the one I went for is the duduk. It really is generally one of my favourite instruments. This duduk in Desert Winds. Desert Winds is on sale from time to time. If you see it on sale, there's a website called Audio Plugin Deals or something like that. If it's ever on sale, just grab it, because it's just for this one instrument alone, it's worth it. It's incredible. Very expressive, very well programmed. Anyway, so I've turned off the reverb, so we've got this. Probably do with extending that out. So you can hear all the different articulations. These are the key switches down here, all these ones. So what are we going to do with that? Well, it's that kind of like Homeland, that kind of TV show, TV series rather. TV show, there's no TV shows anymore. And you know, all these American action films or intrigue films, there's always a Middle Eastern thread in them, isn't there? Always. The bad guys, right? The bad guys. So this is kind of where we're going with it. So altogether, obviously we need to do the effects and stuff. So I'm going to need to compress this. I mean, there's a lot of dynamic range in it and expressivity, but we need to tame it a little bit. Yeah, I think that's all the compression we're going to need. EQ, I'm going to EQ it before I do anything else as well. See this bit here that in an ideal world, I might use a dynamic EQ to kind of tame that a bit, but because there's not a massive host of other things going on, I'm going to let it go. It's also going to get smothered quite a lot by reverb. So let's bring that in. Right, and I'm probably going to compress that again. And I'm going to EQ it again. Probably going to need a little bit less reverb than I thought this particular sound. Pulling the compressors back a little bit so that it pokes through a bit more than it is at the moment. Yeah, I'm quite happy with that. We're not going to be doing a lot else to this track. I'm going to keep it fairly stripped back. It needs a little bit of an outro. I mean, this section here is the kind of the guitar solo of the track, but I don't want to add any more stuff than this. Really, I might have a think about a couple of bits and pieces. The whole point of it was to try and be as mellow as possible and get as much done with as little tracks as possible. I mean, you've seen me do that before, so I think I'll leave that as it is. I might try after this and do something else to round this off and fade it out a little bit. But the track's pretty much done at this point. So I might, in fact, before we go, I'm just going to see if I put... I took these out just for a little bit of difference. Let me see what they're like it as well. Yeah, I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll put those in at the end here. So we'll give it a little break and then bring them in at the end. So let's start it from this rise. I'll do a couple of bars of fade out, but I think we're pretty much done. There's something in my head saying I want to add some strings just to this second part here, this second half, but we'll have a think. There's also something going off in my head saying use those cinematic taiko drums, but we then start to go away from this being ambient and it starts becoming more of a cinematic trailer, which I don't really want to do. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm quite happy with this end. Timpanis. But I want this to be easy to listen to. Remember, like I said, something that you close your eyes and listen to it, not a bam, bam, bam. In a world, trailer music. So yeah, don't know what we're going to do next, but I'll see you there. Cheers.